visions that the president himself testified to?
It is very important to understand that it is not realistic to think we can have a country like Nigeria and there won't be division. Of course, it's just like the United States. You have divisions in the United States. Even the United Kingdom, which consists of the Wales, England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, you have divisions. Even in France, you have divisions. Even in Belgium, you have divisions. Even little Gambia, you have divisions. So it would be unrealistic to think we will have a country of enormous division like Nigeria, many languages, many tribes, many views, and you think we have division. In my view, from the debate and the report we gathered and submitted to the president, the committee has done extremely well.
All right, Chief, let's take you to this other area. I mean, the judiciary now. It was only recently, the CJN, they talk about the unfortunate incident, in fact, the graft she talked about with the judiciary workers, and then the big question about the criminal justice system in this country. A lot of people look to the judiciary as a major, major tripod in our democracy. How would you assess our judiciary now?
I accept that the judiciary is very critical. It is very important. Don't forget that the judiciary started around 1985, 1986, and I made mention of this in the paper which I delivered in South Africa. Having said that, if we look at our success and our division, the Northern Nigeria have to veer towards a lot of things which they do in the Middle East, which we accept. And also in the Southern Nigeria, we have divisions, we have states. What I think we should do is to have harmony. But what is critical is that we have one Supreme Court, and all the appeals from the various state courts and the Federal High Court go to the Court of Appeal. And from the Court of Appeal, they go to the Supreme Court. On balance, I think we have done extremely well. Because of our diversity, our division, our history, there's no way we could have done better than that. I had the privilege of having been the president of Nigerian Bar for 3 years, from 1970 to 1973. And I've also served as chairman of body of benchers. So the division and the cleavage are enormous. And now we have a northerner, a very distinguished lady, has been the CG of the country. I think that is something that should make us to be extremely proud.
You know, but Chief, you had those who will wonder when, if you say we've done extremely well, they look at the criminal justice system, how long it takes to get a case off the ground. In some cases, preliminary matters get up to the Supreme Court, and then they refer you back to the court of first instance for you to even begin the substance of the matter. And then they look at the corruption cases that are going on in the country. How many of the quote-unquote, the big people are behind bars? So the impression they have out there, it looks as if the judiciary has certain rules for the rich and for the poor, that everyone, when it comes to justice, don't seem to be on the same page.
Well, you are entitled to your judgment, but in my view, a fair balance, we accept that we have done extremely well. If you look at the history of this country for the past 55, 56 years, you can say we have not got the pass mark. Not only the pass mark, I would say we have got very good mark.
But do you see any areas of improvement for us as a nation?
Of course, there is no nation in the world that is static. Even Britain, who was a former colonial master, is now thinking of moving away from the unitary system to the federal system to create a different system for Wales, for Scotland, for Northern Ireland, and for England. That shows that nothing is static. And the human being must keep on moving on. And that's exactly what Nigeria is doing, and of which I am very proud.
One of the areas where you say that there's something you pointed out. You said that we're not where we should be, and that you think that it is not good that we rely solely on oil as a source of revenue. How else do you think, we can move forward? What other areas are you seeing for improvement?
When I was young, we depended more heavily on cocoa and palm kernel, groundnut, rubber, and so on. But we've moved forward towards what I now call the oil and gas. Well, it is not something that is totally bad. I'm not condemning it. It is very good. I mean, look at the price of 1 barrel of oil right now. 1 barrel of oil used to cost $1, $2. Now, 1 barrel of oil now is costing about plus or minus $100. That's a lot of money. But I think where we should have a fair judgment is the salary of our legislatures. I think their salary is too much. When I entered Parliament, and I was then in my 20s, my salary was £800 a year, and I was very happy and very proud of it. One of the things we recommended in our committee, in a recent report from Abuja, is to have a constantly reprisal of the salary of the legislatures. On balance, I still maintain that what we have done and what we are doing are very good.
Does that suggest that the cost of maintaining our democratic institutions, the presidential system, is huge and that we need to cut down?
In my view, the presidential system of government is extremely good. I don't accept those who are saying that we should go to a parliamentary system of government. If you have a parliamentary system of government, you have one man as prime minister. And if he fails, then you appoint somebody else as prime minister. In the same parliament, you can have 3, 4, 5 prime ministers. That is not good for stability. But in the presidential system of government, once you have a president as elected, unless he is impeached, he remains in power for the next 5 or 6 years. That is more stable, and that is what I support, and do not support parliamentary system of government at all. Having regard to the level of our development and our progress, we'll be moving from stability to instability. I've tasted both. I was MP under the parliamentary system of government, and I was also minister under the parliamentary system of government. And I was also minister under the presidential system of government. So I've practiced both. I can maintain a fair balance. I recommend presidential system of government to my people, and this is what you should support. We should not support the parliamentary system of government.
But looking at how people get there, I mean, a lot of people say that, first of all, to be president is very expensive. You have to campaign around the country. You have to win at least 2/3 vote of the state of this country. Isn't it a lot easier? A lot of people say that that discourages people from even trying to vie for it at all. What do you make of that in terms of, getting there and the cost of maintaining government?
As regards Nigeria, I think what is critical is the salary of the legislatures and their expenses. They are totally indefensible. And I'm saying this with the greatest sense of responsibility. Having been involved in both, having tasted both, and not only in making laws, but also in practicing them. Our legislature